one of the loudest venues in the NFL. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. This defense for the Chiefs, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Lance looking to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because of the drag play. He ran a little shorter than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping to get bounced behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out. How vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on first down. From the gun, it's Lance. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
To try again after the sack. Lance. And he's got his big tight end here. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 24-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. A give, it's Jacobs off the option. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting the tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. George Karlaftis, the man to bring him down. Remember, as they try to run the ball down here, Charles, this is the #2 rush defense in the league.
So do you accept the challenge up front? Do you get your offensive line together, get your tight end in the ball game and say, I don't care that they're #2. Let's go ahead and show them that we can run the ball anyway? Or do you do the...
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Lance going to throw. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Off the option, here's Jacobs. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Daniel Carlson set for the Raider field goal from 28 yards out. Carlson able to put this one through. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage.
And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That'll give him 8 that time. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the 1st down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit, too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. The Chiefs at 2 and 3 here to begin the new season. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Oh, into a sea of defenders have intercepted.
Desmond King picks it.
And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside with no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Now Lance. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because they'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Flush to his right. And this one is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try to keep bodies in front of him. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Lance and company going on 4th down.
That's to his running back, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Mike Evans, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Mahomes now to throw. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down. And
Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
And the Raiders pick it up. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Hey, 57, 57.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Khalil Mack make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Easy.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Mahomes under pressure, and they got to him again. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. He'll look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Lance now to throw.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And we'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. They run with Wilkins. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now here's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. And he used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
43! 43!
This is Wilkins, and he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw.
And this pass caught by Gray. And he will have a Chiefs first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Attack, attack!
On the carry, it's Wilkins. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey from 17 yards out.
And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders. And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the 3rd quarter, and boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now left side on the swing pass.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by David Long. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick 6, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. But right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. And it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
43! 43! Yellow!
Looking to throw. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. They find some open field here.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
A solid pickup of 13 sets them up 1st and goal.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
2nd down and goal. Lance got his tight end. That's complete. It's Howard. Touchdown, Raiders. O.J. Howard, his 1st touchdown on the year.
And the Raiders get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mahomes. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Khalil Mack able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
Hey, Ridley!
They're gonna look to throw.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's 4th. Here's the Raiders punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense is really struggling.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run it here with Wilkins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. That's a strong safety making a strong, hard tackle.
And we know his coach. Doesn't smile a whole lot, does he? How about that grin right there, ear to ear after that play?
This offense so far on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have the Chiefs first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Mahomes to throw once more. Throw left side complete. That's James.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys that we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, Wilkins. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by David Long.
And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. And with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Well, this was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So for Las Vegas, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8.